What's going on YouTube? It's the Mind 2001 and I'm back again with doing some more Ace Attorney. Last time we left off is that we're on the last day of the trial for Turnabout Sisters. So, anyways, let's get started. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm gonna be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What?! Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. This random-ass streamer gaslights. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? I came from Joyce Street. Oh yeah, and so I noticed. It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, raise an objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions continue? Name! When is my 2001 girlfriend reveal? Yeah, man. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Niño. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct? And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. Weiss. You may begin your testimony. I can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Ugh. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witnesses account. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusing, reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Witnesses account. Okay. See what I have here in the... So, here's the court record. Let's keep going through. She ran away. Okay, let's try and... I guess pressing with it, no. How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 o'clock. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern. Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course, he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at the time? I was quietly perusing. By window, you mean the one directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? Correct! That's the only window you see. And there you were reading... papers? Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who had business to do. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound. But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. Spiky hair. Can you be a little bit more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course! Comprende! I understand! The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and rock her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left, and you gave chase. But the victim ran to the right. Objection! Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave! What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right! Oh, it's simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So, he did witness the killing. Wait a second! Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. He was standing right there. This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears that I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice! Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? But the autopsy. That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. She ran to the left. That directly contradicts with the autopsy. Died from a blow by a blunt object.
Objection!
Mr. White! The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony... The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crown's on my side. No slipping out of this one, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you hit her in a single blow. Thwap! Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Now, I'm gonna save here just in case. Wow, that's kind of funny, because you can't see the glass light stand from here. I should probably stop using the arrow keys and use the number keys.
Objection!
The music's still playing! Your Honor, that... It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Well then, that floor plan did not do anything. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Oh, that's, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. That's kind of funny. There we go. I was supposed to press him. Mr. White! It was impossible for you to have seen the glass light stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, know that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken stand from the shards from a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen it from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime, where the murder took place. Yeah! Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Ugh, I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? Oh. What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Court. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't, Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Ugh. Correct! You are most correct, Miles! Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. And that is when I saw that accused light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix is right. Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fray & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound? Correct. That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. God, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. The wiretapping. Let's see, I don't have anything here. Damn it. There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Oh, wait, I read something. Do you have proof? Miss April Mays knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already gonna check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Court is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. There's nothing for me to press him on. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Hmm? Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Yuck! Hey, Phoenix! Yuck? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya's channeling you, Mia. That's right, I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Yeah, the one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item. Glass light stand. Date of purchase. September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 1. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass the judgment on the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Now, I have it here.
Objection!
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Well, you're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand, and the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered the Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree that you can't just be guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone's gonna call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. God. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I've something I would like to read to the court.
Take that!
The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you can say that. If only you knew how spirited I was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations, you're lucky I was born Faye. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come up to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Fate & Co. Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia? I was kinda worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should have seen your face! Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya! Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her? I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix! Go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya? Why are you here? Because of this! See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. Law Offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right? Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Okay, wait up. Now I'm only like 40 minutes in, so I'm still gonna keep going. Gah! You have disgraced me for the last time, Steel Samurai! The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa! Yeah. The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around! Oh, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then, what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17! That's 17! See? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then, watch it with me. He's really cool and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps! Well, the Steel Samurai is over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed the villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life. He skewered the villain with a samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found struck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Yes, Wright & Co. Law Offices. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. Alright, how about examining? It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy, happily cleaning the room. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya's been watering it so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow, or she's perfecting her water torture technique. A poster of an old movie that Mia liked. I was thinking I should go see it myself. Then I realized that the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all of these now. Mia's desk. Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. There's nothing else here, right? October 16th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him! In the flesh! Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him! Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder. At least once, maybe twice. Whoa, what are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh! I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. How about examining this? Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 o'clock that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but when 5 o'clock came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewed with the samurai spear, or skewered. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you can explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick, how could you say something? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in the popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think you should probably check on the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Are you excited?
Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me!
Sorry. We're, lawyers.
Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure the gawkers like you stay out.
Good gawkers.
Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the time you heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youth today, something horrible happens.
Wasting your... Okay, the text boxes are going way too fast. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible.
Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Youth today.
The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Hey, no touching!
Nothing here. So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days...
No, you were a star?
Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Well, wow.
This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, he was.
Hammer?
The victim, dummy! The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing it, what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday. I was here from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers.
Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here, she thinks she owns the place, obviously. Nothing else here.
Oh, hello! How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
Well, what? No, I never do that.
Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch.
Yes, like a baby.
But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says you were heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise.
Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. Well, what did she see? Doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio.
Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually. She said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask!
Take off that mask!
Were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course.
Powers' request added to the court record.
I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Now I actually do have something. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here toward the studios. Now going to the right, that's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, or my instructions. The good detective told me himself.
Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad.
Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents!
Guide map of Global Studios added to the court record. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Are you that murderer from the other day?
Ah, it's that confused detective.
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I am sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, alright. So, how's your investigation going, detective?
Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick? Maybe you need to be a little bit more indirect with your questions.
Right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version of you, please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Autopsy report added to the court record. Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1.
Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m.
At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30.
Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30.
That person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer.
Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on that gate, pal?
The gate?
You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished.
Funny. For someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down.
Don't look so happy when you say that.
Oh ho ho ho!
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not gonna find any clues I haven't already found. Haha. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Alright, examining. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went there. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. I'm a little bush. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but hey, us detectives get tired of standing around here too, pal. Oh, goodness. the entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jackhammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked! Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that the key would want to keep the non-employees out. Nothing else here, other than the welcome sign. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They made a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh. You sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect timing for the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what that's supposed to mean, pal. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh, yeah, that way's kinda dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there, anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. Nothing else here. Nick, look! That security lady's in the guard station, stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't even need teeth to chew them.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet?
Urgh. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photos, man?
Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the key with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in the central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I see go through between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah, good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense. Oh, yes. He was as great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He showed the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who could blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do.
Now, how about the employee area? October 16th, Global Studios employee area.
Nick!
This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak? That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a second segment just for stakes. What? That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in the film studio? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool thief snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Well, wait! Look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. Nothing else over here, right? I don't think so. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick! Let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him take a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Damn, what a savage. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give those to the employees. Okay, there it is. They must give those to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? Okay, how about... not the chair. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it? You mean borrow. Card key added to the court record. I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. Alright, anything else here? Already checked that, already checked that. Everything's already been checked, as far as I know. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! Alright, we're in! She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. I'll get to the next save point, I think. I don't know when the next save point is, but they outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate's costume. I guess that's why the head part looked like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Wow, look at that camera! That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa! It's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that! Sorry, my partner's kinda, you know... You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers and representing Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP. Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. It's heavier than I thought. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't this Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from here? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? We need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. What's this? That's for a reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but if I want to be the director... But I want to be the director. Maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Anything else here? Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl's more trouble than I thought. Nothing else here. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant. Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go to its dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry.
So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. October 16th, Global Studios main gate.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost.
What? I saw a suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1, correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those two times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? You. Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1.
Her! She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your...
This is going way too fast.
Yeah!
She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with his computer.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera was turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2? What does that mean? Maybe there's some more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Powers' photo added to the court record. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah, We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said! Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? Actually, you know what? Not quite. I'm just gonna take a small break. I'll be right back. Alright, let's keep going, shall we? It's day 2, so... Oops. Yeah, it's only at 1 hour and 28 minutes, so... October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Amber in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security lady's station, there is a gate, see? Past that area are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jackhammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jackhammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear, found lodged in the victim's chest, was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
Why, my, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please!
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please! Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting the witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So, just call me Grandma. It's practically my name.
And other fast text boxes that I can't read in real time. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling onto the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witnesses account.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio.
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in.
Right, the card key that I have. So, what she's saying is that no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? See what I have in the court record. Run through?
They were working on a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They've got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question! Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So you were watching there the whole time. No breaks, not even a second. Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the game and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper Whapper. Snipper Whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because... oh, yeah.
Hold it!
2 o'clock? You're sure? Sure spit. Whoa, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skitties all in a hunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there. So, you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ear, sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. Once I get to a safe state, in case I get this wrong. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But, that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, this, witness. He's having trouble calling her Old Bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. World Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective.
He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. The man in the photo.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she speaks. Anything else? No.
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind the facts. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. If today.
Even more text boxes that I can't read in real time. Mr. Wright! Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has bet his match. Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then? Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Well, let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record.
Samurai spear added updated in the court record.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is... where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider the possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
Witness's account continued.
The time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True? The only person I saw go to the studio before that was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Wait, no, I always make sure to save once every few minutes. Nothing else is in the court record. How do you know that?
Eh? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Okay.
The only person I saw that...
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking past that at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 p.m.?
Why, everyone was in the employee area before then.
And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention...
Or old Windbags sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Yes, the music stopped. Okay, I still got it right. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate of the for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, there's data. There is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased that data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Eh? Hey, watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what I would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things.
Edgy boy, help!
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Ha! Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right! I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
The other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Could have hurt the press. Another job? That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag!
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers' photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy!
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Well, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in?
I like the main gate so no one could get in.
Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they could come in.
They come in through the drain.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and...
And?
They're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What?
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai, tracking his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right! As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. No forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room?
You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should have taken better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want the Steel Samurai costume.
So, where does this leave you? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick?
What are we gonna do? First, we can play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick! It's time!
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are... nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, okay, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers who could have committed murder? I don't think it could be the security lady because she was still in the station. It couldn't have been the assistant girl either because she was, you know, in Studio 1. It was the grade school boy! Why isn't anyone saying anything? Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran action star with spear. For one thing, the murder weapon was with the Steel Samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe. How about absolutely, Nick? Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to safe state your game. Maybe it could be the assistant girl. It was the assistant! The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor.
Objection!
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, uh-oh. Bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury. Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrop. She didn't know about Powers' injury. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. she could let the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. Ugh. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. So it was the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. What? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guarded alone at the main gates. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take the picture, or her picture. If she was in this costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part with Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there and do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this whole way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would they do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed, that did it. Now, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to your kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could have not committed this murder. The photo again? Maybe? Your Honor! The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking.
even edgier this time. Oh great, stop the presses, the Windbag wants to talk! Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By who? Huh? You mean it wasn't that with who told her not to talk? Well, testify!
My lips were sealed. Global Studios want me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're gonna go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So, you were told not to talk?
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people in the studio. Oh, yeah, I've already read this.
Who were those people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course!
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
Past where the monkey's head was falling over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... I think this is not gonna get me much of anywhere. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder!
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talk. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they did it before the cops came.
I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Ezra and all of us. She really left him hanging on this one. Them? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene with... Oh, wait, I've already... Wait a minute, I've already read this. Maybe taking a break? Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on that day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who we had just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings on the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. 2:10. Okay. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really, it's nothing. Oh, or should I? Well, I'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. The day's still not over, so I'm still gonna keep going, I think. I just have to charge my phone while I'm at it. Because the last save point was like 40 minutes ago. So anyways, let me save my game and keep it going, shall we? October 18th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. What do you think we should do? What do I... Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. Then there's no point hanging out here. That's what I've been saying! Let's get to the studios pronto! We don't have enough information to make a case yet. It's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. Maybe the detention center has something? October 18th, detention center, visitors room. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell you the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Do fanboys sneak into the studios often? No, not that I know of. The security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say that they were often hanging around? The kids really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should be. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet. That has nothing to do with us.
I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's gonna lose big. I see. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No, sure hope not. Maybe the main gate. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. Global Studios, main gate. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look! She left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. How about examining everything once more? The main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Nothing that I haven't already seen, I think. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left of the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. The security guard station. This old bag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. Is there anything here? No. Okay. So, there's nothing else here. Let's see, the employee area. Maybe there's something here. October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Oh, hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh, actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't! Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain. So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy wouldn't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though. Don't you? What, you want me to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can't? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hi-ya! There. That should make the kids happy. The things we do. The drain gate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably the old Tokyo castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? Makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the... Oh, wait, I think I've already read this. How about these? The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around.
Everyone was probably shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates. Mine is the steak. All that has been checked. Wait, this? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. It's so normal. Samurai soda. Be my guest. Okay. Oh, too bad. It's sold out. A window into the dressing room. Hey, we're not thieves. But we did take that car key. We borrowed that. There's a difference. Maybe there's someone in the dressing room. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took a while, and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. There's an array of cosmetics here. According to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show. Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick. Get with the picture. Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by seeing a wig. Wait, I think I've already gone through that dialogue. There's a bunch of snacks at the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Wait, Nick? What now? These snacks, they've passed the expiration date. Then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Mr. Powers' bag. I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfman found on Mars. I'll have to buy that issue. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Those must be Mr. Powers' personal clothes. That's weird. I haven't wait a minute. Have I examined everything? I think so? I don't know. Maybe if I go back out into the employee area, there might be something? Also, these are the profiles for the case. I didn't even take a look. Maybe there's something in Studio 1. Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch place from the day of the murder. You need those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area. Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets, or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director. More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Nothing else in the detention center, but maybe outside Studio 1. October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey Nick, it looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's a chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Inside Studio 1, though. Let me check this first. October 18th, Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick? Okay, so not Studio 1. I just had to make sure. October 18th, Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Ugh! Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh. It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No. But there's probably one in the guard station's main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. They'll let us. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. The trailer door. It's locked. Key's probably in the security guard station. I doubt they let us borrow it. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. There's a big tube painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2. Probably. Though it doesn't look anything like a studio. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it runs fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Nothing else that I haven't already examined yet. How about the main gate? The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. There's something at the... dressing room? What the...
WTF, who are Jew dudes, LMAO? Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. How can you not know the great Salmonella? I make delete shows, the Steel Samurai, mine, roll, RTFC, read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry, you look so... Sorry. No, quite alright, really. It's fine. Ruffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection... yeah. Hot! Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume rocks ours. What? Hey, you're drooling! Huh? Lol. Buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to the Steel Samurai. Pink Princess, warrior of little old Tokyo. Ruffle, Lamau. Pink Princess. Why's it gotta be little old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. There's nothing else here that I haven't examined already. Right? Wait, this. There's a bunch of snacks. Hey, Nick. The snacks. There was twice this much here before. I ate them. They were past their expiration date anyway. Ruffle. Biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told me you about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucksores. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in the meeting from noon until after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time with death was estimated at 2:30. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make it Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from you before, the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwigs people you keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors, also a few production guys. They piled them into a limousine and got there right around noon. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Ugh. Sounds like they all be reliable witnesses. Nothing else to talk to them about. Yeah, like there's nothing else to talk to them. I've already pressed all my points. Okay, there's nothing else here. Time to go back to Studio 2. Ugh, okay. Maybe the main gate. Aha! You again! Ugh. How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule her out being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnappers. This old lady never gets a slight or insult. Never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. The slate is too much. About that kid you said you saw. If I see them again, I'm taking them down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, they're the one who was here on the day of the murder. If I see him again... Nick, I think she's losing it. Wait, this hasn't been checked. The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security guard. Hey, no touching! Guess I'd better investigate them later. Okay, nothing else here. Maybe I was gonna say maybe the law offices would do something. Couldn't have been Studio 1. Maybe it could have been Studio... Couldn't have been Studio 2 either, so all that's left is the employee area. Hey! Hey, wait! Oh, bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, Kiddio, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that! Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya, she's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddio again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evil doer. The drain where the fanboy came in. He didn't waste any time coming in either. Talk about cause and effect. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai. How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ha ha ha! You can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always... The Steel Samurai always wins, always! Yeah, I saw him, I saw everything! What? But no way I'm telling you, losers! What? Wait! Let me go! He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped into pocket. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Couldn't have been Sal. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop! Whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Anyways, let me go here. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Trailer key slipped into your pocket. Anything else here of no? No. I don't think so. Anyways, back to Studio 2. Wait, no, that can't be it. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work? It opened! Great! Let's go, Nick! She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Not that eager. Okay, time to go inside. I'll finish up here soon. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers and I see. And who might you... Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. Alright, how about examining everything in this room? Glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. Oh, another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god! That movie was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai stars. What's next? Ninja Ballet. Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Am I absolutely sure that I took a look at everything? I'm pretty sure. Okay. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. Script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. Well, we'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him.
Vasquez's memo added to the court record. Last I remember, he was in the dressing room, so I have to do a bit of menuing to get there. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Oh, my ass is pwned if I don't find it. Nick, might be quicker than just looking all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Here first, since I'm already here. Not here. I don't think. No, it can't be. Could it be in Studio 1? Probably. Look, back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director? Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Ah, ha! Found it, Nick. Script. Good work. Script added. Script placed in pocket. Now, back to Studio 2. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers' lawyers. Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder. Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now, listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? The guide map, I think. Okay, it couldn't have been that. At least it does no further damage. Oh, right. On the day of the murder, the path leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that... What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Got me shit. Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A Train came in just after 3 to move ahead. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken and announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ook. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 until after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See, goodbye. Mr. Monkey's head data added to the court record. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Getting close to 3 hours. I think it might be a good time to getting close to ending it. The session, I mean. Now what? We're fresh out of ideas. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got 1 lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean we have 1 lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything! What? But, no way, I'm telling you, losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy's our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. October 18th, Global Studios, main gate. What's wrong? Whippersnapper. She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I could catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. Hostage? Now, they said to go to the employee area. That's probably where he is. October 18th, Global Studios, main area. Hey! Hey, you, wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. He should be in here somewhere. Found ya! Good. Damn it! He's getting away. Come back! There, back. How did she? Hey there, would you mind helping us out, please? I'm Cody. Hi, Cody. I'm Mia Faye. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's, the bomb. Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, what's that attitude? Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing! I think a little persuasion is necessary. Maybe a bribe. What happened to the boy? If
I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I'm the director just now. My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? But before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right. She was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back. For this one, it's kinda hard to understand it with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. It's all bad. By that. No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade? I wonder. I can't really slide the setting, so they outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was still found. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny. I expected. Oh yeah, I think I've already read this. Classic director's chair. I'm surprised they don't have an extra large one for Mr. Manila. A perfectly normal stepladder. I've never actually used one. I don't like heights. I'm a firm believer that humankind was made to keep both feet on the ground. Collection of expensive film equipment. If we broke one, we'd go bankrupt for sure. This is looks incredibly fake, but I guess the kids don't mind. There's nothing else. A panel for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting board. Nothing else here of notice. Right. Back in the studio 2? Maybe there might be something here? I don't actually know. No. No, there's nothing in here. Maybe... Maybe the employee area? I don't think there's anything else here. I don't know though. Maybe back to the office. So we need to get to the studio. Oh wait, we already did. Do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information. Alright. Yeah, the detention center might have something. I guess Mr. Powers isn't questioning. Oh well. Let's try again another day, Phoenix. There's an array of cosmetics here. You don't know Samurai Boogie Woogie? You're even lamer than I thought! Why does everyone but me know about this show? There's a box and some cans of soda. They're all empty. Glad Maya isn't here to see this. She's devastated. Sorry, what was that about Maya? Oh, nothing. Mr. Powers is bad. Now Phoenix is not polite to to look through other people's belongings. Hey, don't look at me! Tell that to your sister. There's nothing else here, right? Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? Makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Where have I heard that line before? That's already been examined. Okay. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Look at this. Spaghetti in a soda can. Spaghetti? Wouldn't just the sauce come out and all the noodles stay stuck inside? Best one slam. I guess they want you to drink it in one gulp. Slamming spaghetti. Right. There's a sign on the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Nothing on the clothesline. Maybe examining this would work. I really want to take a break, but we have work to do. Still, it's kind of sad to see so many empty benches. Kind of like if you threw a party and nobody came. I see. There's a clock and a speaker in the monkey's head. It would usually tell the time by ooking. The clock is stopped at 2:15 now. The entrance to Studio 1. The path was completely blocked between 2 and 4. Doesn't seem to be switched on today. Looks like I'm out of ideas, so I think I'm gonna leave it off here. So I will see y'all in the next session of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Thank y'all for watching.